Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Sorry about the wait. We had some technical difficulties, so some of it was cut. Today, we're going to be just kind of running around. We're going to try and get the evolution for Star Cadet. Now, at first, I thought this was mostly blocked off because we have to make it all the way to here. And I thought that we had to defeat the Team Star, but there's a way to go around. We're gonna wrap down here and then cut through the city and then go up that way. No special for us. Now, since generally the way that they expect you to go is going to be here and then here and then all the way back over this way, and it's kind of like a crisscross. So we're going to be coming across some Pokemon and stuff that are a little over leveled. But this is just mainly to get the evolution for Charcadet, and then we'll go back. I also forgot that I caught a Bagon while I was running around. need to swap Pikachu right here. Now, I'm not sure if it's just because I grew up on the original games or whatnot, but some of these new Pokemon really remind me of Digimon, especially when you get to like Charcadet. You'll see Charcadet's evolution. He definitely looks like a Digimon to me. Um, and some of the shinies are hard to tell that they're shinies. Like it used to be really obvious that they were a completely different color, but in this game, it's like they'll have just a slight discoloration on some of them. This is a perfect area to get a bunch of evolution stones too while you're running around. So for Charcadet evolution item, on this one you have to have 10 Sinistee chips. Uh, they're not that hard to find. They're outside of here as you're running back and forth. I've already collected them in anticipation for this video, but I found all mine just right out front here. You're gonna come in and talk to this guy. Yep. Now we can evolve it. Now I do think that the one from Violet looks cooler than the one from Scarlet. It's one of the few exclusives that's in favor with Violet instead of Scarlet. At least in my opinion. And now we can go and try and level them up some. So we're not going to worry about the fire right now. The water badge is next. Or no, actually we'll go for the bug badge. Sorry if some of my movements seem clunky on here. I'm trying to get used to the Pro Controller switch. This next section that I'm going to be talking about as we're exploring is going to come into spoiler territory for the Pokemon anime. So, for any of you who are still around and don't mind the spoilers, Ash won against Leon in the championship, and now he's the #1 trainer in the world, and they're talking about retiring him. As sad as it is to see Ash go, I mean, I can see where they're coming from. He's been going for a long time, and they want to possibly give a new generation some new protagonists. Personally, I'm hoping that him and Pikachu are not gone from the anime. They're just no longer the protagonists of the anime. It would be, I seen some people who thinks that he's going to be a teacher or he's going to be the new character's father. Um, I don't know. In most Pokemon games, the father's almost non-existent. I can say that much. Who was it? I think Norman. I could be mistaken there, but it was Alpha and Sapphire. You have you actually get to go and see your dad, and he's a gym leader and stuff. But that's to the best of my knowledge at this moment, without researching or anything, that's the only father that I remember in a Pokemon game. And all these years, and we've still never even seen Ash's dad. So it's going to be interesting to see. It's possible, but then their track records say that they almost never have the father around. Now, I do think that it would be a really big waste to just not have Ash on, because that's going to bring your original viewers, your old school viewers, who want to watch the new one. Because, I mean, let's face it, for those who just grew up on Ash, they're not going to really want to waste time on getting to learn these new characters, and then it's just going to be a long another, how long was Ash on, 20 years or something? Like, we're not going to want to sit and do another 20 years on these new characters when we've already invested so much into Ash, at least for me. But there could be some cool scenes, even if he isn't a teacher or he's not the main character's father. They could have scenes where the main characters are in really big trouble, and then they're about to get beat by a legendary Pokemon or something, and you just see a Thunderbolt zap across the screen, and then Ash is there. He's a little older, and he saves the day. Something like that would be cool. I would be perfectly fine watching it. They also may not even do these characters as the main characters for the next 20 years. They could go into a more episodic thing like Pokemon Origins, where we pick up with Gold and Silver and all the rest of the characters. I can't remember all of their official names from the mangas, but basically the characters from each video game. But still, it would be a really big waste to not have Ash sort of come in and do something, or, you know, just to forget about Ash as much as him and Pikachu's carried the series would be a shame. At least in my opinion. I also heard that they're supposed to be revamping the video game series. Now, it would be really cool if we got an actual Ash game. I know that Yellow was supposed to be kind of based off of Ash because you walk around with the Pikachu, but that character's actually red, I think. Not. It's either red or yellow. I can't remember what his character is in the manga. Uh, just too many iterations. I feel like they have several versions of different characters. But to have a true, Pokemon Journeys video game where you play as Ash and you go around to the different regions and investigate stuff for the professors and stuff like that, collecting gym badges. They could even do something that's more like a metaverse, where it's just Ash and the whole Pokemon world, and you're traveling around to each region. You have to complete the one region to move on to the next region, and each time they tell you that you should, each region you're following Ash's footsteps, so you start from square one. You don't use your champion team from the previous region. That's an option. May not be the best option for some people, but I mean, there's just a lot of different ways that it can go. And I hope that it's not wasted. But yeah, there's just, in a lot of ways, I'm excited to see what their plan is. But I'm kind of nervous too. Because they could do something really great, like the things we've talked about here, the things that many PokeTubers have already talked about. Or they could do something completely different. And different doesn't necessarily mean bad. But it doesn't necessarily mean good either. Sorry, I passed up the gym. It was ranting. Here's our stalker. Personally, Nemona is my favorite of the new rivals. I like her a lot better than Hop. There was it was like a little short comic, a fan made comic on YouTube where it was like what Ash would be like if he was in Scarlet and Violet with Nemona. And I thought that was pretty funny how their personalities sort of went along with each other.